Credit ratings. A credit rating is essentially a record of how well you've done with repaying money that has been loaned to you. All of the various banks, stores, and companies that lend money report on how well or not well people have done with paying it back. If you purchased something on a credit card, for instance, and then didn't pay your credit card bill, after some time, the credit card company can contact the credit bureau and notify them. This could then impact your credit rating and ability to borrow money in the future. There are multiple credit rating agencies that keep track of this information. Two of the biggest in Canada are Equifax and TransUnion. They keep records on people that borrow money, how much they've borrowed, who they've borrowed from, and how good they are at repaying it. They also keep track of bills you didn't pay. Based on all of that information, they will calculate a credit score for you, which they will make available to other lenders to check when you apply to borrow money. It's important to know that you can find out your own credit rating from these agencies, something that is good to do, as you may find mistakes that impact your rating. Most creditors will work with borrowers to help them create a repayment plan before going to the credit bureau, such as working out new terms or providing an extension. It's always important, though, to contact the creditor or lender if you're having trouble paying. If a creditor doesn't hear from you at all, they may think you have no intention to pay and go to the credit bureau. Sometimes, if you have long overdue bills, a creditor will use a collection agency to try and get their money back. If a debt is passed along to a collection agency, consider that a last chance before a negative report is given to the credit bureau. The following are some tips for maintaining a good credit rating. Repay your debts and make payments on time. Always try to pay your monthly bills on time. Don't borrow more than you can afford. Set a borrowing limit and stick to it. Create a budget to see how much you can afford for debt payments. Don't sign any loan agreement until you have read it thoroughly, understand it, and are comfortable. Ask questions if needed. Don't allow yourself to be rushed or pressured into signing anything. Never sign a bank form where information could be filled in or added after you sign. Contact your creditors if you're having trouble making payments on your debts. Only deal with reputable creditors. They should have a good credit rating too. It's a good idea to start to develop a good credit rating as early as possible. One way to do this is to get a credit card with a lower limit and pay off purchases either immediately or at the end of the month promptly and in full to build a good credit rating. Remember that your credit rating is your key to being able to borrow money for important things like a car or house in the future. Borrow responsibly and make payments on time, and your credit rating will work for you and not against you.